Welcome to G Fun Facts Online, where we unpack the science and tech shaping our world. Today, we're diving into a topic straight out of a sci-fi blockbuster, but it's happening right now. Forget the lone drone buzzing overhead. Imagine 1,000, a coordinated, intelligent, and relentless cloud of them moving as one. This isn't science fiction anymore. This is swarm warfare. And it's changing the face of conflict forever. So, how did we get here? The idea of unmanned flying machines isn't new. Think World War I and the Kettering bug, a sort of early flying bomb. For most of the 20th century, drones were mostly for target practice or spying. But in the 21st century, three things came together: tiny electronics, advanced robotics, and the game changer, artificial intelligence. Suddenly, the idea of a swarm became real. A major lightbulb moment was the US military's PERDIX program. In 2016, they dropped a swarm of over 100 drones from fighter jets. And these little guys worked together, all on their own. Not to be outdone, China has also been smashing records, testing massive swarms of their own. The race is officially on. So how does this digital beehive actually work? At its heart, a drone swarm is a single, unified weapon system guided by an AI brain. It's inspired by bees and ants, using what's called swarm intelligence. Each drone follows simple rules, but together, their interactions create incredibly complex and coordinated behavior. There's no single leader. It's a decentralized system, where drones talk to each other, share info, and make group decisions in real time. If one drone gets taken out, the others just adapt and continue the mission. It's a system with no single point of failure. Now, militaries insist that for now, there's always a human on the loop. An operator sets the goals and has the final say on any lethal action. But the drones themselves handle the complex maneuvering and teamwork. The advantages this brings to the battlefield are staggering. First, you can simply overwhelm your enemy. Traditional air defense systems are built to track a few large, expensive jets. They can't handle hundreds of small, cheap drones coming from all directions at once. And that brings us to cost. A single fighter jet costs millions. A Tomahawk missile costs over $1 million. But you can build thousands of small, expendable drones for a fraction of that price. This creates a massive imbalance, allowing a smaller power to challenge a military giant. Swarms also provide incredible situational awareness, covering a huge area to gather intelligence. And because they're decentralized, they're incredibly resilient. Losing a few units doesn't stop the mission. But these swarms aren't invincible. They have an Achilles heel: communication. To work together, they have to talk to each other constantly. If you can jam those signals with electronic warfare, the swarm can fall apart. There's also the unpredictability. Sometimes, this emergent behavior can lead to unexpected actions that even the programmers didn't plan for. And of course, as swarm tech gets better, so do the countermeasures. We're talking high-energy lasers, microwave weapons, and even counter-swarms designed to fight fire with fire. This isn't just theory. We're seeing swarms in action right now. The war in Ukraine has become a massive testing ground. Both sides are using drones extensively, with reports of coordinated attacks by hundreds of drones destroying columns of tanks and vehicles. In the Middle East, Houthi rebels used swarms of drones and missiles to attack Saudi Arabian oil facilities, showcasing how non-state groups can achieve strategic results with this tech. Israel has openly used AI-guided drone swarms in what's been called the world's first AI war, using them to spot and counter enemy activity. Even here in the US, mysterious drone swarms have been spotted over sensitive military bases and warships, exposing just how vulnerable even the most advanced defenses can be. This leads us to the biggest, most difficult question of all: the ethics. As these swarms become more autonomous, we get closer to the reality of killer robots, or lethal autonomous weapons, known as LAWs. These are weapons that could select and engage targets without any direct human input. The United Nations Secretary General has called them morally repugnant. The central debate is over meaningful human control. Can we, and should we, keep a human in charge when machines can react thousands of times faster? And who is responsible if an autonomous swarm makes a mistake and harms civilians? The programmer? The commander? The machine itself? The international community is trying to figure this out. The UN is discussing a potential treaty, but major military powers are hesitant to limit their options. Meanwhile, campaigns like Stop Killer Robots are pushing for an outright ban. The future of warfare isn't coming. It's here. AI-powered drone swarms are already reshaping battlefields around the globe. As the technology gets smarter and more widespread, the challenge for all of us is to grapple with the profound strategic and ethical questions it raises. The swarm is here, and the world must decide how to deal with it. Thanks for listening to G Fun Facts Online. Join us next time for another deep dive into the world around us.